Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? It's Monday. I'm at work right now, getting ready to go take this walk with my guy. I want to talk about the SPW show last night. I know a lot of people have concerns because people who I never talk to, I never give a shit about anything I do, are messaging me trying to get the inside fucking scoop. The couple people who I'm close to message me, and of course, if I didn't get back to you, I'm sorry. Just a lot going on the last, fucking 20 hours. But uh, it's fucking awful, man. And us as wrestlers, we know the risks that we take, and we know what we're getting into when we get into those, when we go in the ring. We understand the risk, and when I make this next little segment here, people, I know what your first response is gonna be, but please, as performers, when shit like that happens, we don't care about our own bodies. We don't care about that. We just feel like we let the fans down, and nothing you say is gonna skew our way we thinking. I know people are gonna come back saying, "Oh, it's just about everybody being safe, and as long as everybody's okay." It's not about that. We've all been hurt in matches. We've all been carried to the back. It's deeper than that. This is the biggest show, really one of the biggest shows in the history of Sacramento ever, especially for SPW. I was blessed and lucky to have my match that I pretty much picked, and have all my kids with me. That was the first time me and the kids ever tagged together. And then to do it with those four people, Flacco, Chupi, Vaneri, and then of course Johnny, it's 1 in a million chance it's gonna happen again. It'll never happen again. So it's fucking sucks that it had to happen that way. And I could address what went wrong like Stevie Richards' gimmick is, but everybody's gonna have their own opinion and their own issues. I'm not gonna touch on what went wrong, what we could have done different or whatever. It's a freak accident. None of us wanted to hurt each other. Poor Bishop was fucking so broken up that he hurt somebody's like his aunt, And then, my best friend in the world got hurt, and it fucking sucks. And that I was the one that did it. Now, like I said, people aren't performers and you or wrestlers or whatever. You don't understand coming from our side. We don't want our guys to see our guys get hurt, our friends get hurt. We don't want to get hurt ourselves. We know that's a risk we take, and it's just, like I said, it was a lot going on. What all of us agree upon is that we feel bad that we let the fans down. And I know you didn't let us know. No, in our minds we did, and that's, although we love the fans and all that, we in our minds we let the fans down, and that's what is bugging everybody. It's nothing that nobody's going to change our mind about. We want to go out and perform, and then, like I said, to have that group of people in there and then it go that way was really fucked up. I can say this about the whole situation, man. 2 people that I hold very dear to me got hurt in a match that I was in. One of them was because of me. I'm not gonna get into what, like I said, what happened wrong or nothing like that. Everybody's gonna have their opinions on both situations. But I remember when that happened with Vaneri, and we started doing what we're supposed to be doing. Titus went and grabbed Johnny. They fought around. We should have did a street fight. I'm looking around and nobody's really looking on Christina. So I jump in there. That's my baby girl. I love her to death. She's like my daughter. I jump in. I'm checking on her, trying to wake her up. Then Flock was there. Then Chup hops in. People in the backs are coming in. So Salem's sitting there like, what do? I can't just grab Chupi out of the pile and start fucking beating him, So the world kind of stops. Titus and Johnny go to the back and they're fighting back there. And I'm, poor Christina, man. I start slapping her to wake her up. Like, get up, wake up. And she doesn't know what happened. She's all confused and she's all, really, really just fucking concussed, So I tell her, you're going to sit up. You're going to fucking get out of this ring. Everybody's going to cheer for you. And you're going to take you to the back. So she's just like, I'm confused. I said, we're going to take you to the back. Just follow along. And then some people get in there and they take her to the back. And then we're just waiting for the next thing to go. Johnny's in back, probably oiling up or something. He's in back, and Titus is running around, probably jogging and doing push-ups or something because he's a fucking workout fiend. And I remember looking at Abigail going, "Hey, where's everybody?" So we decided we're gonna change it and just finish the match. Come in and I tell Flacco, and this is before he got hurt. And I said, "Hey, we're just gonna go with the home spot." And he's like, "Huh?" And I was like, we're gonna go home right now. He tags in Choopy. And I'm like, dude, get Flacco in here so we can go home. So Flacco comes in, we do a couple things, and I'm going to back him up. And like I said, people are going to have their own opinions on it. And of course, I'm known for being stiff or snug. I pop him with the forearm, and he just goes down. And he's sitting there, blood's gushing. I remember I pick him up and just felt warm liquid on my arm. And I'm like, he either pissed on me or he's bleeding. And I look down, he's fucking gushing, just blood everywhere. And so I lean over and I tell Abby or Salem, I'm like, you guys finish this, I'm going to carry him to the back, because I'll be damned if anybody else is going to take him to the back but me in that situation, you know. So I take him to the back, and then they go, you know, after, or finish the match. But, you know, everybody's telling me after the fact that you guys should have done this, you should have done that. And, you know, even the kids were like, yeah, you should have stood in there. And Salem was like, I would have went to the back. And I'm like, listen, man, like, this goes beyond wrestling. And the person that I have the most love and respect for in this business was hurt, and it was because of me. It wasn't no fucking buddy else going to carry him to the back but me. So I take him to the back, and I think overall, like, Bishop had won the Battle Royal. Everybody had been in there for a significant amount of time, and the other four were going to go in there. I was in there for maybe 30 fucking seconds, you know, before that happened. And, you know, so, you know, when we get to the back, you know, all of us are kind of together. Like, we feel like we're letting the fans down and blah, blah, this and that. Salem and Titus were pissed off because they're like, we ruined your moment, Dad. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? And to their testament, the testament to their character, they're just like, this was your moment. You had all of us together, because that was the first time me and the kids had been in the ring together. Probably going to be the last time. And with 4 of my students, I give total praise to. I love to death. We had to go home, you know, and we had to finish the match with that. I didn't get the chance to do my shit with Johnny, and it just, you know, really sucked. But for me, it goes beyond that moment, you know. I had to do what I had to do to make sure my friend was okay. And anyways, they ended up taking him to the hospital, and Vaneri's there too. So 2 of my students are there. And then, you know, right when I got to work at night, I left the show, went straight to work, and messaged both of them. Flacco responded, you know, right away. And he's like, oh man, I'm fine, boss. It's broken septum and blah, blah. So we talked about it, and, you know, we know how each other feel about each other. So we didn't even have to talk. We just knew, you know, what we felt, you know. And then he was telling me about Vaneri. So finally she messaged me back like 4 a.m. when she, on whatever time it was. Really, I didn't get it till I woke up. And I talked to her a little bit. But yeah, it was a shitty situation, man. And like I said, nobody's going to tell us that we didn't let the fans down. We know we did. And in this case, it doesn't matter what your fucking opinion is. We feel like we let the fans down, and, you know, we're not going to get that back. So, anyways, end of the day, they're both fine. Christina's at home. Flacco's, I think he's going to work today, but yes, he does have they popped it back into place. He didn't need surgery or nothing like that. Yeah, it's a really situation, man. And for the build up we had to it, to the last minute, throw the kids on there and get the huge pop. Fuck, we were standing on the apron getting a holy shit chant, you know. I did flub a couple lines in my promo. One being the Puerto Rican snowblower I was supposed to say. Me and Flacco before the show were saying what's some Iggy's he could say that get me to come out and kind of joke and whatever, like pop one of the one-liners I usually do. And we started remembering all the old ones I've done and laughing. I remember when I told him the Portuguese snowblower, he just fucking couldn't stop laughing. So when I'm getting ready to say the line, that's what I'm thinking about, is this guy fucking rolling around laughing. So I flubbed the line, ended up saying something different, but the fans got it and they popped anyway, so it ended up working out. But man, it was just, like I said, it was going to be so cool, and we knew where the match was going to go and end, so we were really fucking disappointed we didn't get to have that happen. You know, Johnny, he remember we were in the back talking, he's just sitting there, and I'm like, you cool? He's like, yeah, I've never been involved in anything like that in my life, ever, you know. And I was like, man, like, I'm sorry, bro. But anyway, it was good to talk to Johnny and hang out with him for a bit, see him again. I wish we could have shared the ring a little more, but it is what it is, man. But anyways, guys, so yeah, please feel free to post about those and tell those guys, hope they're well. Main thing I want to say is Sir Samurai's doing better, and that means a lot to me. I was really shooken about that. I went over and gave Eliza Hammer a big old hug, because she's the one that actually saved him. So anyways, man, before I get too emotional about it, I'm going to wrap it up. But anyways, man, I love you all. Thanks for coming to the show, being a part of history. Love you all, and I'll talk to you later.